Hey, what's happening? This is Jerry with Wealth Dynamics. Today I want to talk to you about a very important topic. The problem with investing in real estate. You've never heard me talk about there being a problem with real estate as an investment before. It turns out there is a problem, a major problem, and I'm going to share with you today what it is, how to fix it. And before I do that, I want to share with you why. It's my job to help you make money, keep it, and multiply it. And the reality is, if you're not doing your real estate right, you're not going to keep money and you're also not going to multiply it. Okay? So there's three symptoms. I'm going to start with the symptoms here. The three symptoms with investing in real estate. When you hear people say these three things, I want to be an investor, that means that they're facing this problem right now. When you hear somebody say starting soon, I want to start soon, they're facing this problem right now. When you hear somebody say, yeah, it's a time game, all I've got to do is wait on this thing and it's going to pay off, that means they're facing the problem. The problem is buying properties that don't cash flow. Okay, what is cash flow? Cash flow is what you actually make per month in profit. Okay, and when you start too soon with real estate with too little money down and you get into a property that you didn't actually analyze, you don't cash flow. The entire point of being in real estate is for you to cash flow. Everyone would agree with this. Okay, so when you don't cash flow, you have to make sense of it. If you get into a $500,000 deal and it turns out that it wasn't a good one, you start making sense of why you did it, because it's easier to do that than to just say, man, I made a $500,000 mistake. Okay, so when people don't cash flow, oftentimes they overemphasize the importance of the title investor. Hey, I want to be an investor. And they start going to courses and classes, and there's nothing wrong with learning, but if there's no product, if there's no production behind this title of being an investor, it's no different than having a college degree. Okay, it's a status symbol backed by a piece of paper that pays you nothing if you're not cash flowing. Okay, so keep that in mind. Second thing, starting too soon. They emphasize then starting early. Hey, you want to start early. Starting early doesn't make sense. Starting right makes sense. If you follow the top 1% of wealth, they didn't start early just to start early. Most of them actually had businesses first. They made lots of money. If you track their savings trends, they would save 40% of their income and accumulate these massive pots of money. And then when the economy would tank, they would then go buy all the real estate, because now it scales. Now they've got enough units, they've got enough cash flow to make sense of it. Okay, real estate is not a get-rich-quick game. It's a get-rich-for-sure game. It's going to pay you this much per month, and the game is to get tons and tons of these stacked up so that you actually can have meaningful income from it. Okay, the other thing you'll hear, like I mentioned, is emphasizing that it's a waiting game. Hey, I bought this deal. Yep, it doesn't pay me now, but man, all I've got to do is wait, and it's going to pay itself off, and it'll be like a pension, and one day it'll pay me cash flow. Yes, that's true, but time's not on your side. The reason you would get into real estate is you realize that right now you're spending your life trading time for money, doing the 40-year life sentence, 40 hours a week, and that A, you don't know how much time's left, B, time is valuable, money's not, C, you can't get back the time you've been trading, so time is most certainly not on your side. So it would make no sense to go back and say, hey, time's on my side, all I've got to do is wait. The whole reason you get into real estate is you don't want to wait. You're realizing, I want to be done in 10 years, not when I'm 60. Well, a 30-year mortgage is going to put you at 60. If you've got to wait till a property pays off, or you can refinance and basically get your cash flow out of it into a different deal, that's waiting. You're not getting the cash flow. It's costing you opportunity. So I'm going to say what I always say, if you don't have 50K, don't even look. Don't even look at investments. You're broke. Okay, get $50,000 in the bank, then you can start working towards, what do I look at for investing? If it's your only 50K, don't put it anywhere. You need more than that. If you spend your last 50K on a deal that's going to pay you $200 a month, or at the most $500 a month, you're still broke. Okay, and you're not going to get a deal that pays you that much per month on your first investment. That's just how the numbers work. Okay, get to like maybe 100 so that you can do the 50. You've got 50 left and you're not broke because you put it all into an illiquid property that's not going to cash flow enough. Okay, now me personally, I'm not looking at anything till I can do 3 million. Until I can do 3 million, I don't care. It just is not worth my time and my attention. So that's the last factor on this. You need to look at, is it worth the time that I'm going to invest to actually do this? And if I invested that time elsewhere, would it be more profitable? That's how I operate. That's how I teach my clients to operate. So until you're at that level, what should you do? You should look for A, just cash. B, you should look for investments that are going to pay you passive income without your involvement, without your attention, without your time, and without your energy. That's why I love the lending game. You lend money on something, it pays you every month. I don't have to go fix the guy's toilet. When his dryer breaks, it's not my fault. It's not my responsibility. I can keep producing. The reality is you need to produce more. That's the problem. Make money, keep it, then multiply it. I want to post an article in the comments here, because this is not a message that you're going to hear from most people. Most people that are behind investment properties, they want you to buy it because they get paid if you do that. There's nothing wrong with that system, but you need to hear both sides and make an educated decision. I'm the guy that gives you that info. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you later.